Alright, so I'm making this video to show the benefits and ease of use of the Reaper drone. First off, you will need a UAV terminal. I think it works in the way that you need whatever faction you're on. So in this case, it'll be the NATO. This is under terminals. The downside is you won't be able to use the Android terminal. But once you have the UAV terminal selected, you're good to go. So I'm just a regular rifleman, nothing special. We're at Northeast Airfield. I have some targets at Northwest Airfield. To control the UAV, use scroll wheel, open UAV terminal, and select it up here. And to show you how easy it is, I'm not even going to use a controller or anything to fly it. I'm just going to go, and I want it to fly around this point, so I'm going to shift, left click, and I'm just going to automatically take off. You can't manually fly it, but this is just to demonstrate how hands-off it is. So I'm going to go back to UAV terminal, back over to the point that we set, and right click on it. And I'm going to do type loiter. I'm going to do closest, so 600 meters. Set the behavior, again right click, set the behavior to never fire, and our altitude to 500. I'm going to go over to control the gunner. The reason I'm using the Reaper instead of the Sentinel, which is that B-2 bomber looking one, is because the Sentinel, the minimum radius you can fly around your point was over 1,000 meters, and at that distance you need to be really high up so that the drone can actually see what it's flying around. And so at that point you need like a 3,000 meter draw distance, which is fine for some people, but for me it wasn't working because it's the infantry draw distance and not the air vehicle draw distance. So I was getting really bad frames and starry. But the Reaper allows you to fly closer. So I set a 600 meter radius. And to go back to the, well, I guess I'm the gunner right now. So if I go to first person, we're controlling the laser designator. Reaper is now entering its circle flight path around the targets. I've set up some things. So, of course, within you change your view mode. You got night vision, thermal, and then reverse thermal or IR. You zoom in with plus or minus on the number pad. So you're getting taken fire already. Some infantry. It's BTR, kind of hard to see. And to lock onto a target, lock onto a spot, you press Control T. We'll look at it, press Control T. Now it's locked down. And if we're going to take it out, make sure you have your laser selected in the top right, and click left mouse button to turn it on. Now we're lased. Go back to IR, you can actually see the laser dot on there. And I'm going to press F or 2. Maybe it's just F. Switch to a Hellfire. Now, since the laser is on, I can press T. It's locking. Now we're locked. I can fire. And AGN did its job. So right now we're still locked. Still locked in place. Can't look around with the mouse. So you have to hit Control T again. Now we're free to move our target. Laser designator. So again, we have another target. When it look at it, Control T. Locked on. Switch to AGMs. It's already targeting it. Fire. Good hit. Back to laser. Control T so we can look around. Another great thing about the AGMs versus the GBUs and the bombs is I can actually, so I got some people there, I can zoom out all the way. And I'm going to switch to AGMs. And I hit T and it can lock onto the laser by itself. It doesn't need a vehicle. So I'm going to fire, and we can watch it. And I'll actually follow the laser around. So this is just crazy. It's really good. I just fired these guys. And I think it has 6 missiles. There's a trap. We'll lock onto that trap. Yeah, so we got 3 missiles left. Are we still locked? No, we're not. Back to first person. T. There it goes. Easy peasy. So now, turn the laser off. Go release UAV controls. Go back to our UAV terminal. And we're doing all this, by the way, in our person, which is far away. If you want to change altitude, you can be very high. Yep, if we're done with the mission, I think we just go back to where we're going to land. And hit shift and left click. Oh, look at that. That's funny. Go back to our UAV terminal. Shift left click. Now the UAV is headed this way. And we'll set our behavior as, or type as land. And speed it up. Let's see if it'll land itself on the right spot. This is at 4 times speed, by the way. Slow back down. And I'm not flying. Release COV controls. Oh, there it is. Missed the trees. Easy as that.